What's up, guys? It's Levi. Hey, we're back again with Memphis, a 3-year-old Tennessee Walker Pasifino. And I'm excited to give you some more updates. This will be session 2. So, like I said, I'm excited to get back into it. Just that one session, the first one there, it's amazing how much difference he already is. Pretty wild what that stuff does. So, and it's basically just the handling side of stuff, like in and out of the stall, etc., like going out to a paddock. He's already way more respectful. Still not where we want him, but already way better. Like I said, just one session. Pretty cool what this groundwork stuff does. So that's what we're going to do again in session 2 is pretty much review, add a couple exercises within. I'll show you some of that stuff. So appreciate it for signing on and watching. I really appreciate that stuff. So we're going to get right to it. We're going to get right to work here. So we're going to do exactly what we were working on right at first on session 1, which was good forward motion. And that was to the left. And you remember how much he was pulling on me? And he is still nice and soft. I like that. Like when I pull on his face here, he's actually pretty loose. I really like that. You can see him a little bit anxious here. That's all right. But I like what we're getting here already, where when I pull, he honors that. We're going to go ahead and stop him. Very nice. Send him out again. So in session 1, what we did is we got left and right, good forward motion, and a backup. In session 2, we want all of that a little faster. Each exercise we want a little faster, and I'm going to add on another exercise, what I call the bending exercise. That's the stuff we're going to do on session 2. We've also in the first session, we moved his hips around. You'll see them videos as well, where we come up here and we move his hips around, and we get them the inside front foot to kind of dig a hole. I just want him to balance around there, just quiet. We want to teach him all these exercises is a good thing. It's fun. And naturally, horses want to overreact with all that stuff. I'm really tickled how he's handling this. I'm going to stop him again and go for the hips. Very nice. Like I said, just get him to where he can handle our cues, our exercises. And when he steps over in the back is really good. Now he's a little bit, there we go. I was going to say he was a little bit fast there where I was moving his hips around. I want him to calm himself just a little bit. I'm going to just come back and do that same one again. I like sending him forward because he's a little bit sticky anyway on forward. So I send him forward and go back to the hip exercise. Tip his face in towards me. I want him stepping over in the back, and his inside, which would be his left front leg, if everything's going good, he should be digging a hole. And you still see him moving, but it's not a lot. He's coming around where he wants to dig a hole with that front leg. Very nice. Going to go ahead and send him back out again. We're going to go ahead and speed it up. Get him going a little faster. Just want him to be able to handle this pressure. Very nice. I'm going to go ahead and stop him, bend towards them hips, get him to step around. He didn't do it. Ask again. Bump, bump. Very nice. And also in the first session, we've worked on backup already. So I'm going to go ahead and just work on that again. I'm going to tap up here. Just keep bringing that nose in towards me and tap on. There we go. Whoops. Tap on that chest until he gets that backwards motion. There we go. Got a nice little step. Very good. I'm going to practice that one again. And what I want to do is get back to switching directions how we did on session 1 at the end. Good. Back him up again. Whoops. Back him up. Back him up. There we go. Increase the pressure a little. Watch. He responded. I love that. And I like doing this spanking. I take that away later on, but right at first, I love being able to get my horse used to me spanking him. And when I say spanking, you see what I'm talking about. It's an object tapping him to get him off of me. Now again, later, I will use way more of just like the spank in the air side of it. And I'll even do that now already, but the way he is, he's very sensitive. So I choose to be able to have contact with my tools because he is so sensitive. So basically what I'm doing is teaching him just because I spank him doesn't mean I don't love him. And I want him to be able to handle that pressure. That's where I'm getting at with this. I don't want to spank him and he loses his mind. That's not why we do that. So I choose to, every time I go to ask him to back up, I want to have a little bit of contact, and you can see what I'm talking about there. Bend and back. Very nice. And he was totally anticipating that move there. I love it. I love it. I love it. So let's get to the other side, and we're going to do the same thing. And like I said, you can already see my demanding went up. And I stop him. And what I mean by my demanding, I'm less forgiving. Because he's been through this stuff already. I'm going to be more picky. I want more. I'm not going to get stuck with what I would call starting. That's what we do a lot with as humans. We get stuck starting. We do that all the time, and I really want to make sure we move up, level up on them. Very nice. Come back up for the backup. Pull and spank. 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 There we go. And like I said, you see what I'm talking about when I say spank. I just want a little bit of contact, and I'm even resting my stick on him here because I don't want him to take my tools personal. I got them here for a reason. They're an extension of my arm. Very nice. And a back. Excellent. That time I never had to pull one time. I love that. I'm going to stop him again. And back. Very good. All right, so I kind of like that exercise already, the stopping and backing. So I'm going to speed it up again. Very nice. When I kind of start liking stuff and he's behaving, I move on. I want something else. So I'm going to stop him here and send him the other way. We're going to see how he can handle that pressure. Very nice. Very nice. And you remember the first session, how mad he got at me? And stop him. Very good. Send him out. Beautiful. I love it. This is really what I'm looking for, to where he can handle this pressure. And stop him. And you can see how I keep my feet moving forward. This stuff is very important, especially when it's safe. I want to be able to move my feet and move him around. If you notice, I'm still able to stay in an area. Very nice. Very nice. Boy, he's handling this energy level way good. And I can step him right up. I can spank him a little bit. There, he forgot himself for a split second. And stop him again. And send him, yeah. Very nice. This is the stuff I'm looking for. And let's go and move the hips around here and see how he handles that. I'm going to shorten my rope up a little bit. So here he lost forward motion. Moving the hips around is a forward motion exercise. So if anything, if he loses it, here he's pushing me again. I'm going to send him off of me. Get him to step around, just quiet. You can see him pushing on me a little bit. I want him to just calm himself. So just because we had him out going faster on the lunging, I want to be able to come back and do an exercise that just quiets him back down. So you can see him pushing over into me because he's not bending his head proper. Send him forward again. Very good. I want him to bend that head So every time he pushes into me, I'll just send him back out again. That's what he wants to do when I bend him to put the hip exercise. He crowds into me. There we go. This is nicer. Very nice. And a lot of horses will do that because they don't want to bend, so they get stiff. Let's try it again. So going way too fast, crowded into me again. Want him to soften that neck up. And you'll see what I'm talking about here. He's going way too fast. I want him to slow down. Slow down. There we go. And like I said, a lot of this stuff he doesn't know better because he never had to do this. This is way foreign stuff to them because you never see a horse doing this stuff out in the pasture because it's weird. I'm going to keep working on them hips and get that little nicer and little nicer. But right now we're going to take a little break and let him catch his breath. And then we'll get back at it.